And what was Symbotic's price yesterday? SYM. Yesterday on the 24th, it was trading at, oh, wow, look at this. Look at this. Look at, oh, my goodness. Holy crap. Symbotic just went up to $76, 37% in one day. The day after, ULTY sells it. Holy. Wow. They messed up bad. Oh, God. Look at that. November 24th. You guys, this is, I can't believe I'm seeing this in real time. I should have checked this before, but here's the line item. I downloaded this yesterday. Right there, 1124, Symbotic, 1 million shares. They sell it at $53 a share. So they must have sold it right at the opening on the 24th. I'm on Pacific time here. And then boom, it just runs up. Even later in the day, it trades to 65, and then boom, today it's trading at 76. Wow. Oh my God, bad. Welcome everyone. This is the daily ULTY portfolio update, where we talk about the stocks ULTY buys and sells. We've got some of those to talk about today. They sold Rocket Lab. They sold those last 400 shares of SoundHound, and they also sold Symbotic. So we're going to go over those trades. We're going to talk about how much money ULTY has lost pretty much since September 22nd. I've got that number for you by my own calculations. And yeah, there's just a lot to go over. Review some of the holdings, look at some of the new buys. They bought QQQ, which I'm sure, a lot of the viewers of this channel hold as well. So we're going to talk about that, and we're just going to go over the ULTY portfolio. So let's get right into it. I'm recording this on Tuesday, the 25th, during market hours. So all the buys and sells are as of yesterday, but they did a lot of buying and selling. So this should be pretty up to date. Just looking at how the market's doing right now, we'll sort it from high to low, see what's going on, or low to high, I guess. NewScale down, Oklo down, Circle Internet down. Not surprising, a lot of the high volatility names, nuclear stocks are down. The ones that are up, a new addition to the portfolio, Twilio, one of these tech stocks, that's up 3.24%. Meta is up, Affirm Holdings. Their leveraged treasury ETF, Direxion, the 20-year treasury, that one is up 1.65%. So 20-year treasury must be up quite a bit. This one, I have no idea how I'm supposed to say it. CACI International. Not even really sure what that company does. If you guys know what it's about, leave a comment below. SoFi is up 1.5%. Google continues to rip, $322 a share. This stock's keeps going up on more and more good news since the Berkshire Hathaway announcement. Costco up, GDX and GLD up. So it's a pretty good day for ULTY. Looks like 59% winners here. Average stock down 0.75%, but we don't see any of those days where the quantum stocks or the MicroStrategy, being down 14% in one day. We're not seeing that, so that is good. Now, I mentioned that they did some buys and sells. So they bought CACI, they sold out of Celsius, bought QQQ, sold out of Rocket Lab, sold those last 400 shares of SoundHound, sold out of Symbotic as well, and they bought Twilio. So let's get into those trades. Let me highlight. Twilio here, they are up 1.7 million already on that, so that's good to see. QQQ, they've got it there. Actually, let's go into the true underlying holdings. So QQQ, this one is an $81 million position. They bought it at $603 per share. Break even is $600 a share, and right now it's trading at $607. They've got a little bit of options credit, and these options are expiring. It's kind of interesting. If you look at it, they've bought a put that expires in 2 weeks from now on December 5th. And they also sold a call that expires on the 19th of December. So they kind of have a put that's more short-term and a call that's more long-term. So they've already collected some premium. Maybe that means they're expecting perhaps the NASDAQ to go down a little bit, and they might have to buy some more puts, but they've got $383,000 of options credit or just cash to play with. So $81 million of the NASDAQ. Now, Twilio, let me make this font bigger for you guys. So Twilio, that one is these options are expiring this Friday on the 28th. So they've got a call in place where they collected about $295,000 in options credit. They got into the stock at $124, capping their gains at $126, so not much of a movement up there. And they're limiting their losses at $110 a share. So kind of interesting that they capped their losses at 126 when they got in at 124. Right now, the stock is trading at 128, so they may have to buy back these calls. Hopefully not, but at least they've got some unrealized gains there, 1.4 million in unrealized gains there. Now, I mentioned that they had sold some stocks. So right now, you're looking at my dashboard that tracks all the profitability. But let's flip this to Y, which means realized. And everything is what they have sold. So they sold Celsius. That one they took a hit on, down 18% on that position by my calculations. Lost 8 million in the stock and 1 million in options. So down 9 million. Let's look at what happened there. So their average cost per share, they bought 1.1 million shares at 44.36. Look at the Celsius price yesterday on the 24th. They sold at 37.97, so they lost money on that. These are all their options trades right here. You can look at the cash flows. The cash flows don't lie. That is $1 million in the negative. And the reason that they lost money on this one, again, I got to make the font bigger, sorry, is on the options, is they bought back these calls. I'm going to highlight it in yellow. It's this last row at the bottom here. You see they have a $2.5 million outflow. They bought to close BC 11,000 contracts of the 1128 puts at $40. So let's go back and find the 1128 puts there. That would be these right here. These ones right here. See, Celsius 25, 11, 28, P040. They sold these to open 11,000. They sold them for $1.10 per share, collected 1.2 million, but then they had to buy it back at 2.5 million. And the reason they had to buy it back is that $40 strike price, and the price of Celsius is $37.97, or when it was trading, it was below the strike price. So someone could have exercised those puts and sold them Celsius at $40. They would have had to buy it at $40, but it was trading at $37. They didn't want to do that, so they bought it back at $2.5 million and took the loss there. So they invested $48 million in this, negative 18% return, bad trade. Moving on. What did I want to cover next? SoundHound, Symbotic. Yeah, Symbotic, another bad trade. This one looks like it's actually going to be their worst trade overall. Yeah, Symbotic is the worst trade overall. Look at that. Negative 15 million in stock, negative 14 million in options. How the heck did that happen? Let's take a look at the Symbotic one. This is really simple. All you got to do is look at the cash flows here, which are the options trades. They've been trading this since September 23rd. Sum this up, you get negative 14 million. And here are the buys and sells. You see they had a bunch of buys all around September. You see September 22nd, September 23rd. How much was that? That was 78 million over the course of 2 days they invested in one single stock. In just 1 month, in the month of September, they invested 100 million into one single stock, Symbotic. And then they sold a little bit in October, and then they sold the remaining in November. Cash flows don't lie. The money in, money out. Take all that, and you get negative 15 million. Take all these options trades, and you get negative 14 million. That's negative 29 million on a $105 million position. That's down 27.9%. And breaking this down, just seeing what happened, I can see they had they bought to close. Let me highlight it so you know what I'm looking at. They bought to close this position here, which is 10,000 contracts of calls at 57 expiring on the 28th. Looks like it's that corresponding line item. So 57, yeah, 57. And what was Symbotic's price yesterday? SYM. Yesterday on the 24th, it was trading at, oh, wow, look at this. Look at this. Oh, my goodness. Holy crap. Symbotic just went up to $76, 37% in one day. The day after, ULTY sells it. Holy. Wow. They messed up bad. Oh, God. Look at that. November 24th. You guys, this is, I can't believe I'm seeing this in real time. I should have checked this before, but here's the line item. I downloaded this yesterday. Right there, 1124, Symbotic, 1 million shares. They sell it at $53 a share. So they must have sold it right at the opening on the 24th. I'm on Pacific time here. And then, boom, it just runs up. Even later in the day, it trades to 65. And then, boom, today, it's trading at 76. Wow. Oh, my God. What happened? What happened to Symbotic? What happened to Symbotic today? What's going on? Surpasses Q4 earnings and revenue estimates. Maybe the Yahoo Finance one would have been better. Quarterly earnings of 53 cents per share, beating the consensus estimates of 7 cents per share. Wow. And man, ULTY's just got bad luck. What the... They sold it for $53 a share. And now it's trading at 76. And this is their losing position. What the... Jeez. Look, 27%, down 27% on the stock. They lost 15 million. If they would have sold it today, let's change the number. If they would have sold it today, let's just say for $70 a share. That changes it to down 12%. Yeah. Rough. Jeez. From 29 million to just 12. Yeah. Bad luck. Wow. Okay. I did not expect to be seeing that today, guys. This is... Okay. So, I mean, yeah. But what you can see here is, look at this. This is this line item is the realized profit and loss. Down 204 million in realized profit. What I'm doing is I'm summing up this. Realized profit, they've lost 204 million in trading. And a lot of that was Symbotic in quantum computing and friggin' SoundHound and Rocket Labs and Figma. I mean, if you look at the paper gains, though, right now we're actually doing all right. Like, they're up 9 million, right? Yeah, 9.8 million. Iron's good, Google's good, GDX, good. The losers are the ones they've been holding for a while, MP and Oklo. SoFi, they timed that one bad. Surprised cost goes down, but I'd hold on to that longer. Anyways, that's the ULTY portfolio update. Wow, this Symbotic thing is really shaking me up a little bit. I'm just surprised. What incredibly bad timing. But yeah, down 200 million by my calculations. Again, I download this from the website. I enter it into this Google Sheets. I could make mistakes, but I think ballpark figure down 200 million. They've got to recover that if you ever want to see $5 or $6 NAV again. Guys, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. Always appreciate the comments. Always appreciate the loyal subscribers. It's great to see returning viewers and everyone getting information out of this. So definitely appreciate all you consistent viewers. And thank you, and see you in another video.